guys. So I want to talk to you about my week 2 deeper state keto update. I'm gonna be making dinner at the same time. I'll give you an idea what we're working with here. So I've got some sweet peppers that I'm stuffing for my family. I will not be eating that because unfortunately there is not only a little bit of sugar in this, but peppers are also high in carb. So then back here I have a roast. Kroger has buy one get one free, so exciting. So I'm gonna get that seasoned up for tomorrow. And I really like to season my roasts and things like that slow cook. I like to season those the night before, because when there's so much quantity, it takes on a lot better flavor when you can have it more time with the seasonings. So this week my macros changed up a little bit, and we had I had a slightly higher amount of protein, and my fat went down a little bit. I felt a lot less bloated this week, so that was a nice change. I also started taking glutamine, which is supposed to be a super helpful amino acid for helping with muscle fatigue. And it helps a lot if you're doing a lot of intense exercise, which I do teach 5 to 6 Zumba classes a week. And it did help a lot. Speaking of which, I should probably take those. So, week 2. The scale continued to bounce around this week, but I have noticed a trend. And that trend is that the days after I teach a class, my weight bumps up a little bit. So I feel a lot better having noticed that trend, because that just tells me that I'm having a little bit of muscle inflammation from exercising, and that's something that I can deal with. I'd much rather have a little bit of exercise inflammation than a stall in weight gain, right? So going into week 3, I feel really good about that, especially because I started week 3 at 158.4 this morning. Yay! So happy about that. Because, you know, the scale might not be the be all to end all, but when you see it move, it still makes you feel good, right? So I am down 1.6 pounds over the last 2 weeks. I was having some muscle fatigue during my classes, but I am not experiencing that anymore. I bumped up my fat before my classes, and that helped a lot. I don't think I was getting enough fat before my classes. And then also the glutamine that I bought, I take it in the morning, I take it in the evenings as well, and that also seems to have helped a lot with my recovery. So far right now for supplements, I take a multivitamin, I take the glutamine, zinc, I also take fish oil, and then I take extra magnesium on the evenings that I teach. I get enough magnesium from usually either the Dr. Berg or the Vega to supplement my food on days that I don't teach, but I do find that I need the extra on days that I teach. And so far, I feel really good with that combination. I am still dealing with some hair thinning, especially like up in this area. So I think I'm gonna look at getting maybe a B vitamin. I've heard that that can be a common deficiency in regards to hair loss. Food for this week, I'll be perfectly honest, I don't have a plan yet. And it's Monday. I had a very busy weekend, and I usually try and still carve out that time for meal prep. It did not happen. So what I did do though is I bought a few things that I know I can work in it for staples until I have a plan figured out. So I have everything I need for my morning coffee. I have like 4 dozen eggs, so I can always make eggs. I have protein, so I could make macro muffins if I need to. Shout out for Keto Connect for their awesome macro muffins. Those are a lifesaver. I also bought these little sausages. I'll show you. I got these at Meijer, but I think you can find them at, I think I've seen them at Sam's Club. So if either of those are local to you, they have 24 grams of fat and 15 grams of protein and only 1 carb per. I also bought a big container of spinach, and I bought a container of mushrooms. So those things I know I can switch on and off for lunches during the week. And then I did get some stuff for dinners during the week. So for instance, tonight my 6-year-old Nora really wants stuffed peppers. So I am making her stuffed peppers. But I can't eat stuffed peppers. So I will lean on one of those beef sausages that I just showed you and have that with some spinach for my dinner. And that's quick and easy. So it's not too much extra work for me to make a separate meal. And tomorrow I know that my dinner will be fine because I've got the beef roast that I can do. So then I'll probably then do my eggs for my lunch. I'm hoping that if everything isn't super crazy that I can plan out the rest of my meals for the week. I did buy a rotisserie chicken, so I'm gonna do something with that, probably shred it and just eat it. And then I wanna make a bone broth with it. So I'm starting to get a little nervous because if you don't know, I am going to Philadelphia for a school trip with my daughter, with my oldest daughter. I have 4 of them. My oldest, we're going to Philadelphia for a school trip, and 2 nights will be on a bus, 1 night will be in a hotel, but the rest of it is pretty much just living out of luggage, which is not really ideal for me because, I mean, there's only so many shelf-stable options I have, you know? I'm hoping I can find some good, maybe like jerky, but I can't keep eggs on me. I want to make some fat bombs. Matt and Mega said that using cacao butter is really good for keeping them shelf stable. That should work as long as it's not super hot, as I was just informed today that the last time they went to Philadelphia, it was like 109 degrees or something crazy like that. So now I'm really kind of freaking out because there's not a whole lot that I can keep on my person and have reliable amounts of food. So I'm gonna end up doing a lot of just eating what's available to the best of my abilities. I'm still going to eat on plan. So if anybody has any ideas on what I could pack with me to bring, please let me know, because I'm a little nervous that this is just gonna be super difficult. As it is, I already gotta sleep in a bus for 2 nights, and I'm a priss when it comes to my sleep. Week 3, what is up for week 3? Week 3, my ratios have shifted again. I am down a little bit more in my fat and I am up a little bit more in my protein. I have not started weights yet. It's been a little crazy and I'm not sure how much of my crazy life you even want to hear about. So, I don't know what I'll reveal. Maybe I'll be mysterious. So it's proving difficult to fit in my own workouts. I am hoping this week looks a little less crazy, even though today was just, now I have meat hands, so I can't even turn off the camera. So non-scale victories, those are kind of fun. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen the picture, but I shared a picture of me in a blue dress that I wore for my aunt and uncle's wedding a few years ago. And then I wore it again for one of my good friends' baby showers this past Sunday. Well, hopefully that's everything. I'm sorry this is a little weird. I did have to prep my dinner. Look how pretty they are. Oh, we're gonna eat you up. Yeah, I've got work tonight and I want to get this edited and get it out to you guys. So I hope that this is okay. If you don't like me cooking food and talking to you at the same time, let me know. I will try harder to better make good use of my time in the future. Let me know if you have any questions. I am so excited to see what week 3 brings because I feel like I'm starting to kind of get a feel for everything and I'm looking forward to phase 2. Yay! Have a great week. Good luck to all my favorite Deeper State Keto friends and all of my keto family out there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.